I'm Brian Proct, Associate Athletics Director of Marketing and Ticketing for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Our football team is one of the most successful teams in college football, with 11 national championships, 7 Heisman Trophy winners, and a stable of legendary coaches and All-American players. Our home games are played at iconic Notre Dame Stadium, which holds almost 80,000 fans. We truly have a national fan base, ranging from students who go to every single game and loyal alums who gather with their friends, as well as some first-time visitors experiencing their once-in-a-lifetime game event here at Notre Dame. In my role and my team, we have ultimate responsibility for ticket sales, and the ticket pricing problem is quite complicated for a number of reasons. First, we charge different prices based on seat location in the stadium, which can range from box seats, seats on the 50-yard line, field level, upper tier concourse seats, etc. Second, we have also been differentiating the prices for various games based on the perceived quality of the opponent, the time of the year of the game, meaning the weather, and other factors that could also affect demand. Lastly, we sell through many different channels. We sell season tickets. We have a very unique lottery for our donors and contributing alums that give fans an opportunity to select games based on the date and availability at the time of their selections. And in some cases, we also have general public sales.
I'm Rob Easley, Chair of the Information Technology, Analytics, and Operations Department in the Mendoza College of Business here at Notre Dame. Faculty in the ITAU department collaborate with the athletics department to address a number of their analytics challenges. In this case, our team partnered with the ticket office to organize their transactional ticket sales data and develop a data-driven pricing tool. With this tool, we segment customers and explore their ticket purchasing patterns. Ultimately, we were able to model near optimal pricing with projected revenue increases up to 12%.
We will continue to adapt our pricing strategies to implement data-driven insights that help us improve ticket revenues and maximize attendance. The analysis by Rob and his team helped us improve our understanding of customer purchase patterns and informed or confirmed a number of adjustments we have made the last couple of years. This planning was, of course, modified for COVID-restricted seating in 2020, but we are optimistic that we can continue to improve our pricing strategies and revenues each season.
Hello everyone, this is Övünç Yılmaz from the University of Colorado Boulder. I'm honored to present our work, data-driven sports ticket pricing for multiple sales channels with heterogeneous customers in the finals of the prestigious POMS Applied Research Challenge. This is a joint work with Alper Arslan, Rob Easley, and Rushian Wang, and this research is supported by Notre Dame Fighting Irish Athletics. Brian and Rob have already provided a high-level summary of our work, so I will try to give some more details here. Media rights and gate revenues are the two main components of the revenues of sports teams. But sports organizations have been struggling to keep ticket sales and game attendance at the same level, even pre-COVID. They have several challenges. First, each seat in a stadium offers a unique value, so they have to scale the house where they offer different categories of seats at different prices, called tiered pricing. Second, they have to charge different prices across games, called variable pricing. While doing so, they have to consider different sales channels, such as season tickets and single game tickets, different segments of customers that can behave very differently, and changing availabilities due to the sequential selling of tickets. So as Brian said, this problem is a complex one. Therefore, in this study, we want to develop a pricing tool, a data-driven pricing tool, which uses historical data to understand the customer behavior, identifies the optimal prices, while being flexible for different management preferences. Our pricing tool consists of a segmentation step and two major modules called estimation and optimization. After an initial segmentation of the customers using the historical transaction data, the estimation module explores the decision-making process of different customer segments in different sales channels. Using the output of this estimation module, the optimization module actually goes and computes the optimal prices. So in this applied research project, we partnered with Notre Dame football, one of the most popular teams in college football, with an annual revenue greater than $100 million and a stadium capacity near 80,000. Notre Dame athletics team followed the trends in the industry and added variable pricing over their existing tiered pricing policies in the 2017 season. Notre Dame Fighting Irish football team plays 5 to 7 home games each regular season and sells tickets mainly in 2 channels. The season ticket sales takes place early in the year, beginning right after the end of the previous season. After this market closes in late April, single game tickets are offered through a pre-sale, what Notre Dame calls a lottery, to donors, alumni, and parents. The team provided us with access to 3 important data sources for the 2018 season. The first one is a customer database, including anonymous customer profiles. The second one is a stadium pricing database with seat category locations, capacities, and all the details on pricing. And finally, a transaction database storing the information for each transaction happened for the 2018 season. With the help of the athletics team and using the historical data, we first identify 6 customer segments, 3 within each channel, and study customers' ticket purchase decisions. For the segments in the season ticket channel, we use the traditional multinomial logit model and estimate the effect of seat attributes, customer attributes, and the price on customers' decision making. For the single game ticket channel, we also include the seat availabilities and game fixed effects. Since the customers in this channel make multiple decisions, for example, Notre Dame had 6 home games during the 2018 season, which is equal to 6 different customer decisions, we use the mixed multinomial logit model and include individual specific preference parameters that allow random taste variation and correlation in observed factors over multiple decisions, which is one of the key contributions of our paper. Although season ticket model assumes that all seat categories are available at the beginning of the sales season, the single game ticket model also considers that a customer maximizes her utility only among the feasible options at the time of their arrival. We estimate these choice models for each segment. For the sake of time, let's jump directly into managerial insights to see what actually these results show. First, for the price sensitivities, we find that big donors and employees are not actually very price sensitive. They're interested in the best alternatives available to them at the time of their arrival. Second, we find that there's a high level of heterogeneity in price sensitivities, not only across different segments, but also within the same segment. For the seat locations, we find 2 important factors that affect customer decision making. We find that customers do not like facing the setting sun and would like to have a direct view of the new video board installed to the south end of the stadium. For the games, first we compare the 2 games in the highest priced bucket. In 2018 season, Notre Dame had 3 buckets of games with 2 games in each. We find that customers valued the Michigan game in the first bucket much higher than the other game, the Florida State game in the same bucket. We also show that customers were hesitant about going to games later in the season, potentially because of the worsening weather. Finally, we find that customers become less likely to choose a seat category as the remaining inventory decreases beyond a certain point, what we call the periphery effect. But we also show that when the remaining inventory for a seat category is really limited, customers who are interested in a higher number of tickets are actually less likely to choose that seat category. Now let's switch to our optimization module. The module tries to maximize the sum of revenues from season tickets and single game tickets. Due to the sequential nature of arrivals in the single game ticket market, we use a dynamic program to calculate the expected revenue from the remaining seats for all categories in all the home games. So here, the first term accounts for the expected revenue from a single game customer T, and the second term is the expected revenue for the remaining inventory available to customers arriving after that customer T. Since this dynamic program is computationally intensive, we employ an expectation-based approximation here that performs really well in the simulations we made. Now, let's look at our insights. The optimization module allows us to calculate expected revenues for any scenario we want. Therefore, we first compare the pre-2017 strategy with the new strategy of the team and find that the implementation of variable pricing over tiered pricing actually added almost 5% to the total revenues, which is a good signal. Second, we measure the impact of optimizing prices using our data-driven pricing tool. We find that the optimized prices could increase the revenues by almost 8%, which verifies the crucial importance of price optimization. If you remember, our estimation module provides us some important managerial insights. Using a new game categorization, where there is a 1A game, which is the Michigan game, 2B games, and 3C games, instead of 2 in each bucket, we find that the team actually can add another 3.5% over the price optimization, which is around 11.5% over the prices used by the team. In all our analysis so far, we forced the prices of seat categories across from each other to be identical. So for example, a seat in the north end zone was equally priced to a seat in the south end zone. Since our estimation module showed that the fans choose west and north over east and south because of the sun and the video board, we finally investigate a policy where the team actually can charge different prices for these symmetric seat categories. Our analysis shows that this strategy can bring 4% over the price optimization made, which is almost 12% over the current prices used by the team. In this applied research project, we have developed a data-driven pricing tool to improve the ticket revenues of Notre Dame Fighting Irish football that sells tickets in multiple sales channels to different customers. There are several key takeaways from our study. First, we provide evidence that customers differ significantly in their sensitivities to prices, seat locations, games, etc. And therefore, an aggregate level demand model that is used at the moment should be replaced with a more sophisticated model, especially when the rich data is available, like in our case. Second, we show that teams can significantly improve their variable and tiered pricing strategies, and with a tool like ours, they can actually increase revenues up to 12%. This is the end of the presentation. I want to thank everyone for listening, and I hope to see you in the virtual session. Bye.